नरेंद्र दामोदर दास मोदी ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूंगा।
Hey guys, this is going to be a short one. I just wanted to talk about the BBC documentary aired this month on the 17th. If you haven't watched it, I suggest you do. It's frightfully disturbing. It talks about Narendra Modi's political rise through the ranks of the Hindu nationalist Bharatiya Janata Party, the BJP, and becoming Chief Minister of the western state of Gujarat, and how he's managed to rise up the ranks through very terrible deeds.
Although, as President Kennedy said, those who make peaceful change impossible make violent change inevitable, something that the Indian authorities should now contemplate.
And yet, despite that, why can't you say that you regret the killings that happened? Why can't you say that maybe the government should have done more to protect the Muslims?
What I have to say, I have said at that time, and you can find out my statements.
Just say it again.
Not necessary. I have to talk about the in 2007 everything, what you want to talk.
But by not saying it again, by not letting people hear the message repeatedly, you're allowing an image that is contrary to the interest of Gujarat to continue. It's in your hands to change it.
I'll have to rest for a while. दोस्ती बनी रहे, अपनी दोस्ती बनी रहे यार. You came here, I'm happy, I'm thankful to you, and I can't do this.
One of the incidents covered in this documentary was the Gujarat riots in 2002, one of the worst plagues of religious violence in India's history. It happened under the watch and even support of Narendra Modi when he was Chief Minister of Gujarat. Sadly, a lot of Hindus and Muslims lost their lives in this violence, and the criminals are still out there. The relatives of those who lost their lives have literally given up on justice. It's very sad.
सबको काटा था, औरत लोग को नंगा नंगा कर के काटा था।
आपके सामने?
हाँ, और मेरी चाची को भी नंगा कर के काटा था, और आदमी लोग को कपड़े उतार कर नहीं काटा है।
किसने किया?
वो हिंदू लोग आए थे ना।
I don't play the game of religious divide like many YouTubers out there, and like Narendra Modi and his religious fanatics of the BJP, but the documentary did highlight the truth. The police in Gujarat, along with the Narendra Modi regime, are responsible for the death of hundreds of Hindus and over 2,000 Muslims. Narendra Modi's Gujarat actively took part in what we call ethnic cleansing. These are the words of Jack Straw. You just have to watch the documentary and see the shocking footages captured.
Now, the report goes on to say, according to the BBC, and again I'm quoting, the VHP and its allies. The VHP is an organization called the Vishwa Hindu Parishad. It's a Hindu organization. The VHP and its allies could not have inflicted so much damage without the climate of impunity created by the state government. And then very pointedly the report adds in the next sentence, Narendra Modi is directly responsible. So your High Commissioner of the time and his colleagues were directly pointing the finger of responsibility and blame at the then Chief Minister of Gujarat, now the present Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi.
Yes, I mean this was an internal report, and obviously we didn't publish it at the time, but that was the feeling of those on the ground. There you are, and this is not the only time there's been an allegation of partiality by Indian police in one state or another. Just a fact of life.
Back then in 2002, Jack Straw was our foreign minister. He literally said in this documentary, Modi was primarily responsible for the riots in Gujarat that allowed violence against civilians. Of course, Narendra Modi denies accusations of personal responsibility for the orchestration of those riots, and his supporters cite a 2013 Supreme Court ruling of there being insufficient evidence to prosecute him. Modi's blind supporters and his lap media channels are hell-bent on condemning the BBC. Supposedly, the Supreme Court has given Narendra Modi a clean chit. That's not true. All the Indian Supreme Court have said is they don't have enough evidence against Modi, and that doesn't mean he's innocent. The Narendra Modi regime has denounced and banned the first part of the documentary, which aired last week in the United Kingdom. As I said, the British government itself published a report that held Prime Minister Modi, the Chief Minister of Gujarat back then, responsible for the 2002 riots in Gujarat. The regime in India says the documentary lacked objectivity and a continuing colonial mindset. That's absolute BS. Modi supporters and his regime need to snap out of this victim mentality, constantly blaming the British Empire and so-called Muslim invaders. Britain today adheres to the rule of law. Domestically, I can vouch for this. Internationally, it's a different story. I can't say the same thing about India, where a criminal who actively supports ethnic cleansing is now heading the country as Prime Minister. I just wanted to get this off my chest. Make sure you watch the documentary. If you have seen it, let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks for listening. Sayonara, salam, namaste, adios, and good night.